everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Play Slay the Spire. Just keep winning somehow. We know what to do as the silent, by the way. Give me a moment here. Early shop. I mean, a curse for 250 gold. It strikes me as being very positive. We know how we want to build our deck as the silent. I hate to say it, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It's a classic phrase, and it's a classic phrase for a reason. We are going to try to build a Shiv deck. If the cards that we need show up, we're going to try to build a Shiv deck. This guy, I've learned. You got to you got to speed up your roll when you fight this guy. You got to let him hit you on occasion, just to ensure that you can actually kill him before he gets incredibly powerful. None of these are Shiv related, but I do like Predator as a card. I mean, it could one-hit one of these guys, and in fact, that's exactly what it's going to do. Yeah, we might as well still go for it. Predator, again, I don't know if it actually works for a Shiv deck, but I think it's a good card agnostically. Agnostically. I think a Blur, we could maybe make a block deck work. I don't want to, like, overcommit to a deck necessarily right off the bat, but let's take cards that we know are good pretty much no matter what for now. That's my philosophy. Adrenaline, we know it's going to be good. It's also a great upgrade target. Well-laid plans, we know it's good. We can wait on everything else, I think. These are cards that I think you could slot into a Shiv deck, you could slot into a Poison deck, and you'd be happy with it no matter what. Same with Blur, for that matter. To be honest with you, with 3 energy, I'll just roll over 3 block, and we'll hope that next turn he goes for a weaker attack. Or no attack at all. Even better. And we'll keep, I think we'll keep Survivor on this one, just to make sure we're going strong here. So far, I actually really like this deck. By the way, I'm an idiot. I didn't remove my curse. That's, like, probably the most common mistake I did remove my curse. Okay, I'm an idiot. I have no short-term memory. I laugh, but deep inside, I worry. He's not blocking, so give me a strike so that we can get through him. Hey, if we make little mistakes but win, that's better than playing, or like in a mistake-free game, but constantly losing over and over, which is what had happened to us in the past. So this is the safe path, I think. We'll do this. Really eager to possibly get more... I want to see if we get Predator here. Eager to see if we can possibly get more relics early on. I really think we're going to have to play 2 anyway. We might as well do it like that. Start working one of them down, but like keep them relatively close. It's a shame because Predator is going to have to 2-tap them. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty bad, actually. I want it to be clear. I do not like this, but I'm just waiting for a turn where they don't both attack. I made the mature decision, and time will tell if that works out for us. You guys are doing 20 damage. Okay, no, we're completely set, actually. Taking no damage, well-laid plans and Blur, plus Survivor have done a great job for us. Drawing more cards on this turn. We got you. Glad I chose not to take damage to kill an enemy early there. I'm gonna take Noxious. I'm unconvinced that it's... Wow, what a terrible draw. I'm unconvinced that it's the right style for us. And by the way, you might be noticing, but I am gonna choose to take a little damage on this turn just to get this guy closer to death. We're gonna draw Predator. Probably. We didn't. If we get Predator and 2 strikes, we can't do that anymore. Well, it's going to be a very defensive turn. Not necessarily bad. I'm just trying to make sure we get out ahead of this. We know we're going to draw Noxious on the next turn. Which is a fairly necessary card, I feel. You know? By getting Noxious out there... We're going to purge these artifacts quickly. Neutralize will be a little bit better. They're going to obviously start to have some poison on them to begin with. So you're doing 7. I'll play 2 of those. And I think you're our next kill, probably. That's my expectation, at least. And let's keep defend. I want to take no more damage. I'm actually just going to pop another regen potion. And that's 2 over the course of this fight, but... oh, man, this is horrendous. I'm going to keep popping these regen potions, because if I can rest... or, sorry, if I can smith instead of rest, I think that'll pay dividends over and above the value of a regen potion later in the game. Very unfortunate. We're still going to take 2 damage here, but 2 damage is not really that much in the whole scheme of things. We don't need to be at 70 HP. We don't have runic dodecahedron. I mean, we're probably going to heal to full anyway. Well-laid plans is basically like having whatever the... it's not Ring of the Snake. I forget what it's called. The not upgraded, but alternate version of this that you can get for after a boss kill. We'll see. It lets us keep 1 extra card per turn. So if we could do that and get the different version of Ring of the Snake, I think I'd be a very happy man. Ancient Tea Set. Okay, we will take Blade Dance, but I would describe Ancient Tea Set as just okay. But it does give us a bit of a leg up, hopefully, on this elite fight. And, well, I'll tell you, we're going on him right away. It's actually, like, an unbelievably strong start. We're going to roll over 13 block. Now, I think at this point, we actually do not need to play Noxious Fumes. I think it's going to be slow. But it's probably better than a strike, now that I think about it. Let's play it off. But we're going to get through this fight looking pretty well, I think. Yeah, good. We were hoping to draw another attack there. 26. It would have kept the poison high as well. If I keep this, I'm not going to have any extra energy next turn. So you're going to be at 23, which is actually like 21. Okay, keep the defend, I think. I really wish we'd played Noxious. That's a good lesson for us to learn. 14 plus 5. It's not going to get you. So I think we'll... what are we drawing next turn? Bunch of defends. I don't like this. I want this to be clear. Taking 16 damage I prefer not to take, but I think it's still a decent fight. What's our relic? Anchor. I think it's good. Masterful Stab is different now. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Or a Calcum, also pretty good. I'm gonna commit to this elite fight. I think we can do it. I'm not a disbeliever in this deck right now, but it definitely, like, we have not made a Shiv archetype work. And how do I feel about that? Honestly, like, completely okay. I think we just keep defend for now still. Should be dead as heck. Yeah, you're done. I do feel okay about it, because we could get there eventually, but our cards are just, you know, good. I don't want to say on an objective level, but that is kind of what I mean. Really hoping to draw Predator. We tried. You have 19 HP. Can we get there? No. We're still going to try to ice you here. We've played well-laid plans, so we'll just store a defend. And with Noxious, this guy's dead in 2 turns. I don't really mind as long as he's not attacking. Okay, he is attacking. Still no Predator. Well, the Shivs are money for value for us here. Anyway, I didn't really finish my train of thought from earlier. Coffee's taking a while to hit the bloodstream today. Let me think. If I do this and this, you are definitely dead. We have cards that can fit in any shell, I guess is what I'm thinking right now. Ghost in a Jar, very useful. And usually a choke is a good Shiv choice, but we're going to go with leg sweep for basically for survivability. So neutralize plus blade dance is a kill. So we'll start there. And then Predator is a kill. And then Leg Sweep. Ah, we were already taking no damage. We should have struck instead, but that's not a bad start. Neither is this. Continue to take no damage. Just slowly whittle them. You whittle them, and whittle by whittle, they will all be taken out. 6 damage. Beautiful. Okay. Keep that. I'm telling you, with well-laid plans, we can, like, self-select a certain percentage of our own hand. That's all we need to really start popping here. I can hit you for 8. That's not going to kill anybody, so let's put a leg sweep on. And then we'll keep a strike, because one of these guys is going to die next turn for certain. Love it. Okay. I will take a backstab. Early damage. I like it a lot. I'm not feeling super confident in this deck so far. Let's hope that this elite changes things somewhat. I have no problem, by the way, using intangibility to fight this guy. 7 energy turn 1. Let's actually go. It doesn't get too much better than that. I wish we had Blur, but it's a very good start. My dude is doing 12 damage. Who's our boss? Intangibility can be good on him as well, but let's start here. Trying adrenaline, I guess. Honestly, I like this a lot. Now, we're not, in all likelihood, going to kill him next turn. But we can come pretty close. Dude, we probably should... Well, what are we going to do if we have Orichalcum instead of playing Survivor? Yeah, it still... That doesn't seem too strong to me. Pen Nib is just okay. After Image and then making it innate is kind of a necessary part of a Shiv deck. And we're not necessarily committing to a Shiv deck, but we do have some zero-cost stuff that I would like to, you know, get block out of. And it aids with Blur as well, for that matter. So, we'll start with After Image, even though it doesn't matter for this turn. We really, really want to get Noxious out there as soon as possible. And, I mean, we'll do it right here. We are going to take 12 damage this turn, but I think it's worth it for the setup cost. Now would be a great time to start working them. Thankfully, we are going to get there. Why not? We didn't play Blur this turn, but I still think, you know, it's a good practice to get into. A Shiv deck could, pardon me, could still work here. I actually sort of wish that I'd taken Caltrops now. Yeah, why not hold it? Not Caltrops. No, it was Caltrops, yeah. Just to, I think this will work. Yeah. Just to, make our block even that much better. Like, right now, this seems like a pretty good defensive deck. This seems like a great situation for me personally, so I'm very happy to see it. What else do we want out of this, by the way? Like, we'll keep Strike because he doesn't attack next turn. Envenom would be exceptionally useful. More Shiv-focused cards, Accuracy, Infinite Blades. There's a, you know, more than a few that would be pretty useful. But you can see, once we get Noxious out there, even as slow as it is, the advantage is tilting in our favor. Like, he only needs to take 1 damage, and he's going to take 7 no matter what. So what would you do here? I mean, I would probably Predator the crap out of him, I guess. And then, why not play Blur, where we're going to roll over 8 block? Like, there's no way... He doesn't punch through the shell anymore. There's nothing he can do about it. I don't know. Blade Dance might be worth saving. I think we'd rather just keep Survivor for now. When Blade Dance shows up, it shows up. Also, Boot. Boot would be really good. Or what's the one that gives us, like, extra value to our zero-cost cards when we play them? I think it's a unique relic to the Silent only. So we have Pen Nib for next turn. The best attack in our deck is It's a predator, but I don't think... Okay, now I was like, we'll play neutralize first and see how it looks. And then my brain went, oh, you're dumb. That's right. So we're going to take 1 extra damage here. Not a big deal at all. This guy's in a terrible spot. Just terrible. My dude's rolling over. We'll take a blur just to make sure we're safe. And, you know, it's a very slow start. We're 15 minutes in, beating the first floor. In contrast, that was really dumb. In contrast, on the last episode, we beat 1 ironclad run and had died on 1 earlier in the run in like 36 minutes. So this is very much more methodical, is the polite way to put it. Phantasmal Killer is interesting, but I think Bullet Time tends to be, I don't know, maybe the best card in the entire game. You may disagree. We will take Cursed Key. As long as we keep our gold acceptable and we try to put our shops after chests, this is a pretty okay get for us. So a chest is here. Shop is here. That does gate us from some elites. I think we could deal with 1 curse without feeling like we've been put out. Now, this might be the end of the run, because I'm committing to a very dangerous area here. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do this. I'm sorry for pen nib there. That's very unfortunate. This. Then you're broken. Go ahead. We're potentially going to fight 3 elites here. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't think, if I look at this run... like, kind of agnostically, I don't think we have a win right now. I think we need to overcommit on this floor. You know, fight some elites that hopefully will help us get some relics that could take us to the next level. We don't have 3 attacks, so we're going to have to weather the storm. Which is actually very, very easy. But... yeah, I think on this floor, we have to kind of throw caution to the wind, hope that we can get some transformative relics, and if we do, awesome. And if we don't, less awesome, but what can you do? So I'm going to keep the strike here. We are going to roll over 9 block, but we really just need to have a turn with 3 attacks. So, I mean, Blade Dance is a huge helper there. We actually, and I hope you don't think that I'm... disappointed by this. This will kill you, so I'm kind of tempted to just roll it. Why not? But I'm not disappointed by this. Bullet Time and Blade Dance have shown up on the same turn a lot, and that's great news for us. Because it means that... or sorry, Bullet Time and Predator have shown up on the same turn a lot, which is very good for us. Means that we're getting a lot of value out of that card specifically. I'm surprised Bullet Time doesn't exhaust. Like, that's how good it is. Now, Bane is kind of tempting, but I honestly think a double backstab is totally fine by me. We are going to get hit this turn. We're also going to just absolutely... we still would have... oh, we're not going to get hit this turn. We still wouldn't have killed him, but it's the principle of the thing, you know? Like... it's just very dumb of me to handle it like that. It doesn't really matter what we play here. So I'm going to play a strike, and then I'm going to store a defend. Because once we get Noxious out there, he's dead. It's just a matter of time. The faster we can get him taken care of, the better, obviously, but... you know, that is, as much as I hate to say it, especially because it's not even upgraded yet, that's kind of our win condition. I know I've been saying the phrase win condition a lot lately, as if I know how to play this game. But my correlation of saying the phrase win condition and winning is high enough that I just, at this point, I don't know if it works, but I definitely don't feel compelled to stop. And we haven't taken any damage on this floor yet, which is a rare sign. We will take another Blade Dance, just slowly sort of building towards that that archetype, that Shiv archetype that we know works. We are going to have Snack OI. As far as I'm concerned, that's okay. We have some pretty expensive cards in our deck. Okay, so we got Pen Nib available for the next turn. Dude, it has an icon now. That's cool. Adrenaline is free, so it will be our next choice. We, unfortunately, only have the one attack, so... I think we play Blur Noxious. We roll over a little block, but most importantly, we get Noxious Fumes out there. And we can play that, and we'll hit you. Not rolling over any other block. We haven't played Well-Laid Plans yet, huh? I guess it showed up and it was too expensive last turn. 27. That's bad. We have to play this. I know Escape Plan doesn't do anything for us except give us a little extra block at that point, but still. Okay, so we're finally going to take some damage. This is 19 damage, no joke. For only getting hit once, that hurt a great deal. I'm going to pivot off of this path because I'm afraid, to be honest with you. We have Pen Nib right off the bat, so we definitely want to start with a backstab. It's still worth playing. We don't get to store energy. We will play that, though. We played that just to weaken you for the next turn, so you're doing 18 damage, which is like a lot, all things considered. We're still going to take 8 damage as a result of this. So again, what happened to like leveraging ourselves against the elites? Well, I mean, it's extremely valuable. Don't get me wrong. The only problem with it is that, you know, if we did it here, we would probably die. As you can tell from the fact that we're almost dying against some of these basic enemies. Mostly, I do want to say, is due to like a lack of damage output. This is kind of our ideal turn. We get to roll over 35 block, and we got to play every card in our deck. That's as good as it gets. I think we'd rather have energy than Gambler's Brew. So, I mean, we need another Adrenaline, but I do want accuracy. Like, it's something we need to win the run. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about that. You think we could do this 2 elite path? I much prefer the 1 elite path that way. Yeah, I like this a lot, actually. Adrenaline's great, but let's get Well-Laid Plans leveled up, you know? It basically gives us sort of another Ring of the Snake. Courier. As soon as we play it, it gives us another Ring of the Snake. It's bad combat, but it's what we wanted. We will get to Pen Nib, so let's be smart here. Dude, to get one of those enemies killed and take no damage on turn 1 against these guys, that's insanely good. I'm not going to say the phrase lucky, but I do kind of mean the phrase lucky. Frailty is going to hurt, but it's only going to hurt in the future. And we're only taking 1 damage turn 1. Not that bad. So you're doing the most damage, and we want to kill you first. So that's, you know, you're a good target for us right now. Sadly, that's our best play. We're going to roll over merely 2 block, but it's better than taking any damage. We're not going to get the Pen Nib. 21. I was just going to say, I ran the numbers, but I didn't want to believe him. You're going to live with 1 HP. Still, to get a relic out of this, you never know, you know, how important it's going to be. So we definitely want, like, Pen Nib with Predator. It's potentially, like, our only good damage dealer. Because we played Well-Laid Plans, can we play 3 more cards? Yes, very easily. So we'll do this, and then we're going to store Leg Sweep just to make sure we get you next turn. This was not a bad elite fight. We owe that to Pen Nib, but... well, doesn't matter. Molten egg. It's very good. Dude, honestly, give me the glass knife. What about this run tells you we don't have enough block? I think we got enough block. I'm very happy to have a glass knife that actually allows us to do some extra damage. I think we got to kill things a little faster. I really don't want to add another curse, so as much as it kills me, I'm going to take the max HP. We do have Regal Pillow, so our rests are worth a little bit more. We probably should have played this first. By the way, we drew 2 curses on that. I'm trying my best not to be bitter. But a little frustrating. It's okay. Haven't played a blur, so we'll just get that out there. Dude, we have way too much frailty right now. And we killed these guys a little too slow. We are about to get pen nib. Had to be done, I think. Hate that we don't have the poison out there. This is very dangerous. Yeah, that's what you want to use your pen nib with, is neutralize. Haha. I was only pretending to be stupid. Yeah, let's keep that dazed in our hand. We've added a lot of dazes. I'm not sure if you've noticed. Still have to play him. What? You didn't have to play Survivor though. That was really dumb. We potentially have some terrible turns coming our way, depending on what we draw. This is not so bad, mercifully. I think we play all these. I know you're like, why would you play all these? I'm playing all of these because of blur, basically. So we can absorb one more terrible turn. I mean, really, it's kind of like a race against time. Like, if we could just draw another glass knife, please. Oh, Predator's really good too, but you're doing 27. And you're weak. Okay. Well, we'll put up as much block as we can. We're still going to take 14. It's okay. We have a good rest in us later. We definitely should have committed earlier to doing damage. We have her beaten, but it was tough. Strength, I think, beats energy here. A second Noxious? I'm not complaining. I also feel like we could just as easily upgrade one of our existing Noxiouses, but... Alright, we've made it to the second boss. Let's take that Strength Potion. We're not going to get Pen Nib, but still, it's kind of like the principle of the thing. We got Pen Nib for next turn, and we got 21 block out there right off the bat. Very, very nice, honestly. Again, I don't know if you know this, but it's extremely valuable to use Pen Nib with Neutralize. It was our only attack, so I'm mostly just having a laugh, but... saves us a little bit of disdain there. Oh, didn't mean to try to play that, obviously. I think that there's a very real chance we die here, but I'm gonna hope that that's just you know, paranoia talking. 7 damage, not a problem. We haven't played Well Laid Plans, so we might as well get all the blocks out there. No reason to do it, no reason not to. Both Noxiouses are out there. Okay, Well Laid Plans has to go out. Wow. Well, I mean, we already had about 1,000 frailty anyway. We do get to keep cards now. Let's keep Leg Sweep. Because it's more useful for us if this guy ends up being weak, for sure. And this is a pretty good turn for us. So you need to take just a little damage. We have Pen Nib, so try that. You're not quite dead yet, and that's A-okay. Probably shouldn't have played that because we do have the ability, good lord, next turn to hold on to it. Yeah, it's not looking so hot. This will not kill you, but it will make sure you die next turn. Kind of hate that we don't get to roll any block over. That might be one we want to rethink in the future. Alright, this is where I would really, really like to start just absolutely destroying. We got enough block. You know, he's losing like 10% of his life every turn. That's something. For the love of God. I was going to say don't use neutralize with pen nib, but like maybe it's for the best. We lose a little bit of damage, but we get that weakness out there for free. And then we can focus on playing our defense. I mean, I guess if we're going to play Blade Dance anyway, we might as well at least use it with a Shiv. I think I'm okay. We shouldn't be okay getting hit for 6. Just get hit for 2 instead. Then store your 2 real cards. By the way, part of the problem here is that our deck is 94% curses. By weight. So I'm hoping... We didn't hit a single shop on this floor, which is why we're loaded on capital right now, but... If we play our cards right, we might be okay for the future. This guy is dead. We actually killed him, and it's a huge surprise to me. Because I really thought we were hurtling towards disaster, and yet here we are. Still alive. We need Envenom. Envenom is a win condition. Everything's a win condition now. Dude, Empty Cage, actually so useful for us. And we'll just purge these 2 bad boys right here. Timekeeper is not who we want to fight, but, you know, I think it's better than the alternative, which is apparently dying. It actually makes no sense that it would be better than the alternative, because the alternative is definitely just fighting a different boss. But, like, let's ignore that for the time being. I think I am going to put leg sweep on you. So we've made it, and I'm actually, like, I don't want to say I'm proud of myself, because it's a little bit of a strange statement, I suppose, but I'm not proud of myself. Just trying to make sure we don't take damage. Yeah, that was pretty okay. We got Pen Nib, too. So if we get, like, some block and, like, Predator, but not gonna happen. You know what? We will ride this out till the next turn. But I am kind of proud of myself that we're still going here. We definitely did not get the typical Shiv deck enablers. To truth be told, I'm not even really totally convinced we're rocking a Shiv deck here. And that's okay too. We've built a deck that could work for a lot of different archetypes, and I do think that that Blade Dance is very nice. If we could just get some accuracy. Do we really... I mean, Bag of Marbles is pretty good on turn 1 for us. It really is. And our boss is a single enemy. I think we... He purges all of his debuffs, so I don't want to go too hard in poison. I will take Lantern. And then I want to look at the map. So we have a chest. I think we want to pivot this way so we can get a guaranteed shop after the chest, which means, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to save our money right now. But we'll store a ghost in a jar just in case, because it's kind of a dangerous path. So enemies starting vulnerable was the main thing I was interested in here. I like that a lot. We're rolling over 20 block. They're all quite wounded. So one of the things I like really, really want for this deck right now, we have Pen Nib. We have to make sure this guy dies. One of the things I really, really want for this deck is to upgrade those Noxiouses. It won't help us too much on the Timekeeper, except to get to the point where he purges his debuffs. And then I guess at that point we'll start rebuilding, but to be honest, if we have to rebuild after that, we're probably in a real tight spot. If we want to take no damage, I have to play leg sweep. Man, we haven't played well-laid plans yet, huh? 18 damage. Not really that bad. You know, the other thing that would be like a huge help for us on this would be 18? Nah, 17. Would be if we could get a second innate after image. I know that's a ridiculous thing to ask for, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't own. So we got 20 damage coming out of this, but we can also get pen nib for certain. These guys are not gonna die, but they're gonna be mighty close. I'm really genuinely concerned about the elite fights. The only thing I'll say about it is that, like... Oh my god, you're gonna live. I'm mad. The only thing I'll say about it is that, they won't purge the poison that's on them. So as long as we get Noxiouses out there, we got nothing to fear. Terror is an insanely good one for us, even if it will be purged by the Timekeeper eventually. Probably open with an after image, I suppose. But it is tempting to just start by going on this guy. It's unfortunate that he won't die, but you can see for yourself, he's going to be pretty close. And what do we, I guess we do want to kill the Exploder ASAP, now that I think about it, but... Yeah, we screwed it up. And this guy's got to go. I hate to do it, but it's a good turn for intangibility. We got to stop this guy from exploding, is basically what it comes down to. Well, that's fine. I don't know, man. You're probably watching this and you're like, how does NL feel about this run in general? The honest-to-goodness answer is that I have no friggin' idea where we're at. We're about to take a bunch of damage here, unfortunately. But I really, genuinely just don't know. I wish I had a better answer. We're gonna do 22 damage. Honestly, Blade Dance is as good as a defend, but we get the extra damage out of it on top of it, so... If I had to peg this run for where it was gonna finish, I would probably say, like, we're gonna die on one of the elites leading up to the boss fight. But I hope that that's, like, a little bit of a pessimistic approach. Otherwise, this guy's already dead, but we might as well advance towards as pen nibby as we can get here. Let's take prepared as well. I'm willing to try. You know what? Screw it. Let's try 3. If we think we're going to lose anyway, what's the difference? An innate Mind Blast is worth a lot of damage. This is not a daily, but I still think it works. I think Dark Shackles exhaust, so there's a lot of temptation to taking it. And sure, Madness seems like it's worth it as well. The other reason I was able to do this is because I know when we rest, we get a lot of HP back because of Regal Pillow. Alright, so we start with Infinite Energy. 13. We could definitely dump a Defend. And I hate to do it, sort of, but let's dump... you know what? Let's dump Bullet Time. We actually just do not need it here. So we'll play After Image. Well-laid plans. Our best attack is... with double damage? Like, this is 23 damage twice. This is 52 damage once. Alright, I think Mind Blast is still the best. And with Time Dilation, we want to go weakest to strongest. That was a really strong turn 1. Honestly, let's leg sweep him. We lose a slight amount of damage in the process, but we get We get that weakness for next turn, which is already very, very good for us. Dude, this is extremely great. Envenom has to go out there. We still have 3 energy left. Are we gonna just start attacking? Absolutely. Now we got Pen Nib on a turn where it helped us do like 18 damage, but we got a lot of really, really good stuff out there as well. I mean, make sure he does 0. It's a bit of a weird one, because with time dilation, we could play this defend, but I want to have something to keep with well-laid plans at the very least. This guy's going to awaken real soon, by the way, so 40 damage. That's no joke. I mean, that's no joke whatsoever. Let's get everything we got out there. Dude, a free choke. And then just play your defense. As many of them as you'd like, at least. I mean, I guess we're never gonna... Oh, we could store Predator, though. So dump this. Play Noxious instead. It's pretty decent damage. Store Predator. He's awakened at this point, and life is gonna be a bit painful, but... Can't play everything we want to play here. We will just play a Survivor for block, and then... I mean, a fairly decent Predator. We're taking another 11 damage. I hope we get him next turn, but, you know, there's very much no promises. I think we got him, though, based on the... Based on Glass Knife plus, I think, getting the Pen Nib, he should be done. Yeah, 51 damage twice will do it. Smiling Mask. Not what we're looking for. I will take an Accuracy. I don't necessarily buy into its ability to do what we need it to do. So really, like, might seem a little overkill. What I'm trying to do is get ourselves as close to Pen Nib as possible. So I'm actually going to play the Mind Blast, and I'm going to leave the Backstabs in the deck, hoping they can come back later and be of incredible use to me. This is absolutely terrible. We could die against this guy. I put Noxious out there just because we had the energy, but yeah, this is, I mean, it's highly, highly bad. Guess it. I think we're literally dead now. Okay, fair. My math was slightly off. I've never been happier about that. Do we rest after this? Soon. Soon. It's alright, we only gotta survive 2 more turns. How is that, by the way? Impossible. $60 damage. Okay. It's a start. I mean, that's a better block. It's a better block. It's the best. We're dead. The numbers did not even come close. Should have kept intangibility here. Fair enough, that deck never really took off, but it was kind of starting to, I thought. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!